crypto holders, it's inevitable at this point that mass adoption on a level that we've been talking about for years is going to happen. And it's not me saying that, it's people looking to establish strategic Bitcoin reserves for their countries, guys. It's crazy stuff. We got ETH news, we got XRP news, we got Memecoin news. It's going to be a good one. Let's jump straight into it. So, first and foremost, have you seen the Sydney Sweeney ad yet? The White House, man. This is trolling. It's hilarious. I love it. Anyway, serious stuff. Italian MP says it's inevitable that they will have to discuss establishing a strategic Bitcoin reserve. America establishing a strategic Bitcoin reserve is the shot heard around the financial world. When El Salvador did it, it was kind of like, oh, cool, some little niche countries doing it. Nice. Okay, fine. When Bhutan started mining Bitcoin, oh, some little countries mining Bitcoin. But now we have major players entering the game. We have the United States looking at doing it. China's been discussing it behind closed doors, although they haven't said anything about what they're planning to do or not. Brazil, others are discussing it. It's getting big. You can't ignore it anymore. It's here. The box has been opened. Pandora's opened the box. Chaos has been released. Game on, baby. Okay? And if you're fading all of this, then you're fading the financial revolution. You're fading the mainstream adoption of cryptocurrency assets. And I'm not going to do that personally. Indonesia's vice president's office considering adopting Bitcoin as a national reserve asset. Yes, that's right. Indonesia, one of the world's biggest economies, is currently looking at a Bitcoin national reserve strategy. America's doing it. Why shouldn't everybody else? Really? And of course, things in Brazil are continuing to move ahead. Brazil to hold first Bitcoin strategic reserve hearing on August 20th. Brazil's been having the conversation for almost a year now or something like that. I think they announced in January or December last year that they're going to look at a strategic reserve for Brazil. It's taken a long time to work its way through the halls of government, but it's coming. Brazil is one of the earliest adopters of crypto overall. They were the second country to do a Bitcoin ETF, and they've had all kinds of big adoption stories in Brazil. So fantastic news here for Brazil as well, and fantastic news for everybody in the cryptocurrency market. It's here, guys. The big moment we've been waiting for, it's happening. The banks are getting on board. The institutions are getting on board. The countries are getting on board. And it doesn't happen overnight. People overestimate how this is going to impact the markets in the next 5 minutes or tomorrow, but underestimate the impact of this stuff over the next 1 to 10 years, because it's going to be massive, okay? This is the moment for crypto, and crypto adoption and crypto prices going higher is inevitable, okay? Just not today, okay? $114,000 Bitcoin MACD still trending back in the right direction, but it's going to take a little bit of time for us to get that bullish crossover again. The MACD see momentum picking up. Rejected 2 days ago, of course, here at the 20-day EMA for that bearish underside retest after losing the 20-day EMA. Bitcoin remains in a interesting zone right now, stuck between the 20-day EMA and the 50-day EMA, acting as support over the last 2 days here. What I can see to see the 50-day EMA around $113,000 acting as price support. Line in the sand around $112,000, let's say. Very important level for bulls to hold moving forward. And we want to see that 20-day EMA get recovered sooner than later, okay? Yellow line on the chart right here. So let's see if the bulls can indeed pick it up and get things pumping again here. It's fine. It doesn't have to happen overnight, okay? I'm patient. I can wait. Higher prices will come. 150K local top is the next target for BTC, in my opinion. Nija Entropic saying Bitcoin isn't rallying, but it's also not breaking down. That's your tell. Sellers have no win, but buyers are not stepping in. Only liquidity flows can tilt this, and it's quietly turning back on. The window for bears to push this market down is closing. T-minus 4 days until M2 liquidity turns back up. Okay, rock and roll, man. I dig it. I dig it. Cointelegraph posting this one from Glassnode. Glassnode analysts report that Bitcoin's momentum has cooled off across spot, futures, options, and ETF markets, with seller exhaustion starting to appear. Okay, they warn the market structure remains fragile and vulnerable to further downside. Sellers getting exhausted, guys. Good. Look, we've had incredible momentum for crypto over the last month. The market so far this cycle has really been determined by moments of huge outperformance followed by moments of big consolidation. How long those consolidation periods last is anybody's guess, but that's kind of how we've been playing out so far. It doesn't mean horrific downside is coming, but downside risks always remain, especially during the month of August when markets tend to be thinner than we would like them to be, okay? But check this out. Over $18 billion worth of Bitcoin short positions are at risk of liquidation if Bitcoin reaches $125,000. It would be a real shame. It would be a real shame if all those people shorting Bitcoin got liquidated, wouldn't they? Bulls, there's your target. There's your target. Go capture that liquidity, guys. Let's go. If you're trading the cryptocurrency markets, which is probably you, maybe why you're here, you need a good exchange to do that on. I'm doing a lot of my futures trading these days over on BitUnix. If you'd like to join me over there, it's a great exchange to use, one of the hottest exchanges of the cycle. And here's the deal. No KYC, no VPN, no BS, available to anyone, anywhere. That's you. And when you use the link right down below you here, right there, you'll get some exclusive benefits for signing up. You go straight to VIP level 3 for a trial. There's a 30% fee discount. You can get up to $400 in deposit bonuses. So how it works, you deposit $1,000, you get $200 back. You deposit $2,000, you get $400 cash money back in your account. That's a big damn deal. Plus insane trading rewards here, guys. In fact, up to $8,000 in trading rewards. And if you hit that top level, you can get 3 ETH back. There's all kinds of crazy prizes right the way up for the trading volume rewards as well. So lots of great things to love about trading on BitUnix. Great deals, limited time offer. Link down below. Go check it out. So Mickey Bull, the breakout will trigger a massive altcoin season. This is taking a look at the total cryptocurrency market cap, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum on the monthly chart. It is primed for a massive breakout here, okay? Once we get over this sort of, let's say, $1 trillion level, things are going to pump real hard, real fast, man. It's going to get real crazy, okay? And the target up here is around almost $4 trillion. For the total altcoin market cap this cycle. Let's see if we hit it. Kyle Reedhead sharing this from Milk Road. He said these 3 companies have purchased 1.5% of the entire Ethereum supply in less than 2 months. Collectively, they own $6 billion of ETH, with the bulk of it being staked or soon moving into Ethereum DeFi. By the way, I own Bitmine and SharpLink, the 2 biggest holders of ETH right now. I don't own any of the Ether machine. He said this doesn't take into account the 5+ other companies doing the same at a smaller scale. There's only one word to describe what is happening to Ethereum: accelerate. Great. ETH to the moon. Let's go. Let's go. Fantastic. The treasury move by ETH heads has been absolutely bonkers. They're going totally crazy here. The fact that they've been able to buy 1.5% of the entire supply in less than 2 months is absolutely crazy. It's taken a lot longer for like MicroStrategy, which currently has 3% of the supply, to get to where it is. Okay, and remember, Tom Lee's Bitmine, they want 5% of the supply. Joe Lubin's SharpLink Gaming, I don't think they've said what percent of the supply they want to get, but it's going to be a lot, okay? More money is coming for ETH. Tom Lee, Wall Street legend, saying Ethereum is having its 2017 moment. ETH is the biggest macro trade for the next decade. He's also asked if he had to put all his money into BCC or ETH over the next 10 years, what would he pick? He said, I would, of course, choose Ethereum. Rock and roll, man. ETH charts today, one of the better looking charts in the market, still defending the 20-day EMA, still a breath away from the $4,000 mega final boss resistance here. We can't get it up yet, okay? A $4,000 break is going to require a broader shift in market sentiment, okay? And right now, we're in a downtrend for a lot of major coins. Short-term downtrend could be. Let's see how things turn out. MACD remaining relatively neutral here on Ethereum currently, with the histograms in light pink here. So let's see how we go over the next few days. If bulls can continue to defend the 20-day EMA at $3,500, a key level here for ETH right now. 4K up above. We're between a rock and a hard place once again here for ETH. Let's see if we can consolidate in this region before making our next move higher, okay? Check this out. Japanese financial giant SBI Holdings files for a crypto assets ETF to offer direct exposure to XRP and BTC. Yes, good, fantastic. More financial products coming for crypto overall and for XRP, okay? XRP price currently in a downtrend, like most coins. It's not your fault, XRP. Most coins are in a downtrend, okay? It's fine, buddy. Anyway, the bread garlic house coin. Interestingly, we had this attempt over the 20-day EMA on Monday. That didn't really stick, unfortunately. We are now trading back under the 20-day EMA yellow line on the chart right here. Interestingly, we're sitting right on top of this downtrend line. So we did break out. Now we're currently sitting right on top of that downtrend line. So again, bulls need to step it up here if they want to see a decent breakout form up. Dicey zone, though, overall for XRP. Okay, so if we fail to hold here, fail to hold it up downtrend line, fail to retake 20-day EMA in any sort of meaningful time frame, then we start talking about some of the downside targets here. 265, 267, this previous resistance zone from back here becomes an interesting one. We can see the price 275 came down to on Sunday, lines back up with key areas of previous price resistance, like back here in February, for example, as well as back here in December. Okay, so that's probably the key area to defend for bulls right now. If we get any further downside, is to bounce again off 275. If we did bounce again off 275, if we go that low, then that could be a double bottom scenario, which is potentially a bullish setup for XRP in the short term. Okay, check this out. May Pharma confirms the completion of their $100 million Litecoin purchase in their 8K filing with the SEC today. They acquired almost 1 million Litecoin, an average price of $107. That's more than 1.1% of the supply of LTC that will ever exist. They need to buy more. They need to buy more. Chart loved it, short term. You can see the Litecoin chart has had a nice run up here, probably supported by that perpetual buying here from May Pharma. It's insane. We got a open network, so the TANGEM, they got a treasury company today as well, with $500 million committed to buying up TANGEM. The altcoin treasury play is far from finished, it appears, and these companies just keep buying up shit tons of these coins. Anyway, Litecoin, nice uptrend, lots of bounces off of this trend line here. We had 1, 2, 3, 4 bounces so far. If you're looking for a re-entry on this trade, watch for a bounce off of this trend line again, approximately where the 20-day EMA is, coming in around $108.50 right now, approximately. Current price $117. Let's see if the bulls can keep it going without May Pharma continuing to buy a giant chunk of LTC. Not to say they won't buy more, not to say they can't raise money to buy more, and they very well may do that. Let's see how it plays out, though. Okay, nice chart overall for LTC, and it still has an ETF coming, but it seems like the conversations around a Litecoin ETF are going to be a bit farther off. It looks like the Solana ETF is probably the next one. XRP ETF probably after that. Others like Dogecoin and Litecoin are relatively non-controversial, and they will get ETFs at some point, but they're probably not first in line. So that ETF trade may still be a little ways off. Solana in a downtrend, not much to say, unfortunately, about our old buddy Solana here. The downtrend continues. We had 1, 2, 3 now touches on the downtrend line, so it remains a very valid line here for bulls to need to conquer, okay? 20-day EMA lost, rejected yesterday on the underside retest. Remember, I told you guys it's a bearish underside retest. Unless bulls step it up ASAP, that's a potential danger zone. Price corrected back down to the 200-day EMA yesterday. 50-day EMA right in the middle there. So if we defend the 200-day, that's fine and dandy, and it's all good. That's currently here around 162.50, let's say. So if we defend that level, then probably okay, but we need to break the downtrend. We need to break the downtrend. We are in the downtrend. This orange line needs to be broken. Bulls need to step up with some conviction here on Solana and push the price back above this orange line. Otherwise, downtrend continues, and we could expect potentially to see a move coming down, something like this. Hopefully not too low, though. Let's see how it goes. Robinhood lists Bonk and Pengu on its advanced trading platform. Yes. Now, I bought some Bonk the other day. I never told you guys that already. Bought some Bonk the other day. It's already down about 10%, say the least. But entered a position on Bonk. Finally. Had to do some pullbacks. So I thought, you know what? It's time to get some Bonk. It's time to get some Bonk in my life. So apparently the pump fund is coming back. They've flipped Bonk today in revenue on the platform. But I think the Bonk ecosystem is far from done. And this dog's days are still well ahead of it. Pengu, though, getting a lot of attention. Pengu whale holdings hit a 3-month high. What's interesting here is, of course, the purple line on this chart is the price of Pengu. The whale holdings are the blue line. Whales did sell into the recent price rally, but they're now accumulating once again. Whales are up, okay? Check it out. Pengu currently downtrend like most coins, unsurprisingly, sitting right around the 20-day EMA, unsurprisingly. Once again, as per usual, we need to see bulls step it up, push the price higher. How long this downtrend continues is anybody's guess, but we'll keep an eye on the downtrend line and the EMAs to watch and tell us when we could be seeing a potential reversal coming in here for this pushing higher. Things like Pengu don't exist in a vacuum, though. They exist in a liquidity environment where Bitcoin and Ethereum exist, and when those coins are moving up, things like Pengu tend to outperform dramatically. I still think this is a good meme for the cycle, and that the price will likely go much, much higher in the coming months. So keep an eye on that one. Okay, that's it. We're done. We had a good time. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate your time as always. I hope it was useful for you. Got some interesting information, maybe a laugh along the way. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much. I'll see you back for the next one. Peace.